Springtime wines.
That's right.
Why are you smelling them all?
I just want to make sure that they're appropriately not corked.
Not corked? I was
That's
just
right.
about to ask if they were corked.
No. I just wanted to
I
make
don't
sure
know. I feel like if wine was ever corked, I don't know if I would be able to correctly identify it.
I don't think most people would. I honestly, and even for us, and we drink a lot of wine. Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a style that's very rustic and old, and like an old Italian that has a lot of leather, an old cellar, and it's almost impossible to really tell unless it's severely corked. I mean,
and then it smells like what, like dirty socks or something.
Dirty,
it's like,
wet newspaper, dirty socks. I mean,
it really stinks.
It becomes very apparent. But some wines are just slightly flawed, and if you're drinking like a French Rhone that stinks anyways, as part of properly being made. If it's flawed in some way, it's really hard to kind of tell sometimes.
Yeah, I'm thinking that in the whole history of Drinking 101, only one bottle of corked wine was identified, and that was with Kristen like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Not since I've been doing it.
Well, that's good. You're good luck, man. Yeah, I mean, in theory, one out of every...
Well, we don't know for sure, though. I mean, technically.
Yeah, that's true. One out of every 12 bottles, in theory, becomes corked.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of those get undiscovered.
I know.
All right, we're going to talk spring wines.
That's right. So it's springtime. The temperatures are right. So we're going to do a little rosé, a couple of whites, and then a very light red. So we're going to go around. This is a Washington rosé. Most people don't think of Washington State as a rosé state.
It's sour.
It's Pinot Gris. It's a rosé of Pinot Gris, which is a very...
Is that the first one where the Dazzle?
Julia's Dazzle is the
Julia's
name of it.
Dazzle is
Yes.
tart. She's got a tart. She's got a tart.
Tart is better
rosé.
than tart is better than sour. It's
Okay.
a better.
Tart. Tart is the word. Ooh. Yeah. I like it. Jason always brings a bucket for us to dump our wine off.
And it's always empty at the end of the show.
I don't ever use it ever. And Brad brings it too,
Yeah.
and I don't use that one either.
We're just trying to be polite hosts.
I like.
So this is.
I'll finish it even if I don't love it. If it's wine.
That's right. Yeah, you're just being polite.
Unlike when you come in with like whiskeys and tequilas
Yeah.
and stuff like that, then I might dump it out.
Those
but usually
dump
if it's wine, no.
The whiskey and tequila shows those dump buckets are pretty full at the end.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
But the beer and the wine, those stay empty.
Yeah.
So this second one, this is Sauvignon Blanc.
It smells fruity.
Again, very nice, light summertime wine. Great with great acidity, so it makes it a great food wine. Napa Valley.
That's good. I could have used this on Sunday when I was making my tri-tip. I was always sitting and waiting for it to get done.
So there are two types of barbecuing wine. There's the wine that you drink while you barbecue,
Yeah.
which is what this is, and then there's the wine that you serve with your barbecue. And we'll do one of those kind of at the end.
Absolutely. This would have been good because it was just so nice out on
Yeah.
Sunday. It would have been a great, just sipping on this glass of wine.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Waiting for everything to get done. And of course, usually with my tri-tips, it takes a long time.
Sure.
So I would have been really drunk because my tri-tip's on there for like 3 hours usually.
That is a long time.
I am low and slow with tri-tip. So
That's how you roll.
that's the way I do it, and it always turns out really good.
That's the way you should do it then. So this next one is Chardonnay. Chardonnay, there's a lot of them out there.
Always like me some Chardonnay.
Yeah, very popular. It's the most popular white wine out of California. And this one is relatively new to us. It's Joseph Carr, which is a very solid producer. We've carried his Cabernet for a long time. This is a Chardonnay. We actually have it on sale for like under $10.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's I almost get like a little nutmeg and cinnamon. It's not too buttery. It's not too dry. It's just kind
Buttery.
of
Well, yeah, I swear, you guys just come up with new words every time. I can just add them to the list
Yeah.
of tasting wines.
Right, we have
Buttery. That's the first time I've ever heard that used.
we have like a wine thesaurus, so we just kind of read them.
I need to see that list so that I
Yeah.
can start like sounding more intelligent when it comes to wine
Yeah.
tasting. Because I really just, when it comes to wine tasting, I just drink it.
Yeah, well, that's what honestly, that's what you should do. I mean, I tell people at the store all the time, we can oversimplify this. I mean, we can really make this sound very geeky and all sorts of stuff. The reality is, drink what you like.
Yeah.
Never listen to people like me, and who can take it far too seriously.
Only listen to him when he says it's under $10 a bottle.
Yeah.
It's on sale right now. That's when you want to listen to him.
Because it's really good.
That is good. That's Joseph Carr. That's some good stuff right there.
That's right. So this last one, this is Pinot Noir, and we've done Pinot before.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one of those producers that you kind of stumble on. I don't mean that literally, which in our line of work can happen. But this producer was brought to us, and we could tell just out of the bottle immediately. It had the proper stylistics of Pinot. It's a little bit earthy. It's got the right color, which is light red, not dark red. Very fruity.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. So this is a 91 point wine for under $12.
What does that mean?
Means out of the scale of people who rate wines
Oh,
professionally
yeah.
for a living, they give 100 points as perfection.
The ones with that extended vocabulary.
That's right. They use butter and nutmeg and cedar as part of descriptors. So, a professional wine magazine, wine enthusiast, which their job is to rate 12,000 wines a year, they gave this 91 points out of 100 for an under $12
You guys have
bottle
those
of wine.
displayed at the store, don't you?
Mhm.
Okay, and that's what I was going to say. Sometimes when you're going in and you're shopping for wines, and you're like, you walk into Brown Derby Wine Center there, and that can become overwhelming.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a lot there. You could pretty much read what they are, because it kind of gives a description too, like of the taste, using those crazy words
And
that you guys,
blueberries
yeah.
And
And then you can look at the score and go, okay, well, cool, there's the score, here's my price point,
Right.
and then pick the best of the best.
yeah, usually what works with us is the customer will come in and they'll say, hey, look, I'm going to have tri-tips Sunday. I'm looking for a couple of wines. I don't want to spend more than $20. So at that point, then we kind of know immediately where we can go. So Angel's Landing Sauvignon Blanc for beforehand for $17, and then you got a little money left and you want to do a $12 Pinot Noir, with your tri-tips and 91 points. So,
Yeah, it's called Block 9. I like the name.
Yeah, no, all they make is Pinot Noir. Their focus is, when they started a few years ago, they said very inexpensive Pinot Noir, good inexpensive Pinot Noir is very hard to do, and so that was their focus. And they've done a very good job with that, because this is the second vintage of theirs at it, and so they've only made this for 2 years, and this is how good it is already the second time. So it's quite nice.
That's good. And then this, once again, empty.
That's right.
Empty. We did not need to dump anything out or spit anything out or
No.
any of that stuff. All good wines. I really like the Block 9.
Yeah, that's
I guess that got a 91 rating
Right.
for a reason.
that's right.
All right, all of these tastings, anything going on?
Yeah, this weekend we'll have some of these on the tasting bar. The last three, the Sauvignon Blanc, Joseph Carr, and Hidden Block, you should be able to find at most of the Brown Derbies. The Julia's Dazzle Rosé will kind of be at the wine center. So
That one is very tart.
Tart.
Just FYI.
Tart.
Very tart.
That's right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
New Rock from